No, so can you give me a tempo that's like
that's it right there.
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? Well, this is a long anticipated video that I wanted to make as soon as this happened, but I needed to wait. I needed to be patient. Rough feelings, anger, everything that, you shouldn't have when you're mourning. Well, I guess it's perfectly natural to have it when you're mourning, but anyways, here she is. This is the update. She is in better shape than she should be, considering the accident that she was involved in. And before anybody asks, I'm not going to talk about the pilot that was involved in this accident. It was not me. It was not myself. They did walk away from it. I mean, minor cuts and bruises. Very, very lucky. Very lucky, this accident. And we had to go and recover the aircraft from where the accident happened. And I guess a brief breakdown. The wings were, well, the left wing on that side was completely sheared off. And then the wing on the this side here is about halfway sheared off. But that was the only reason why the pilot in this accident lived and walked away from it. The wings absorbed every bit of energy, and they did good. They did a good job. You know, I mean, when it comes to you're in this position and, you know, you're screwed, you do what you got to do. And the plane obviously didn't survive, but the pilot did. So it was very good on the pilots. I wouldn't have done anything different, to be honest. But no, I mean, hats off to them. They survived. If you could say you survived an airplane crash, that's a big deal. It's a huge deal. So here she is. She's all torn apart. Obviously, the wings, there's a huge pile behind me, and that's mainly the wings. That's mainly the makeup of what's left of the wings. They've been completely destroyed. Another set of wings. You can't see them in the camera, but they're over there on the floor in the hangar here. The engine was spinning when the aircraft impacted the ground. So the engine will need to be torn down, gone through. They've got an engine puller sitting right here. That's kind of on the edge of the screen, that orange thing. So that's ready to go. Everything else has been stripped down. As far as the damage goes, obviously both wings, there were some little ribs on the tail that broke. The tail wheel is really, really messed up, and the tubes that the tail wheel connects to were pretty bad. The windshield is completely not useless, or not useful, is completely destroyed. The fabric, obviously, we had to rip off. There was substantial damage to the fabric on certain areas, and yeah, the fabric was no good. So took all that off. Looks like they've been doing quite a bit of work on this. I haven't been involved in the tear down or beginning of the restoration just yet. At some point, I'm sure I'm going to get into it, because obviously, well, my dad and his best friend did the restoration from the ground up. I helped a little bit. When I was a kid, I didn't really help too much, but back in 2016, I was out here all the time helping out and doing whatever I could to get it up and flying. And it was a good run. It was a really good run. I have a little under 150 hours in this aircraft, so, you know, I really wanted to make this video because I felt like I owed it to you guys to see, you know, why I haven't been posting anything, why everything slowed down. I mean, there's been other personal things in my life. I got married, obviously. There's a video on my YouTube about that, 2 videos. Bought a new house, bought a new car, started my own business. You know, there's all kinds of stuff that I've been involved in. And then I was really looking forward to flying this year. And this accident really put that in the rears for sure. I still have a Cessna 150 that I can rent. That's right next door to here, and it's a beautiful little 150, and I like renting it. But obviously, it's not like the plane that you have full access to, that you basically own. I don't own this airplane, but one day I may. We'll see. Yeah, so it's looking good. You know, I'll be out here helping with the restoration at some point, and I don't think I can not do that. I think that's going to be one of the major things that I'm going to end up helping out with here. But it just sucks looking at it, because it's just sitting here, and such a pretty airplane where it was. I think they're going to keep the same color scheme. You know, we've got all the stuff for, you know, the fairings and the cowlings and all that stuff, everything's already painted. So to go back and change any of that would be, I guess, harder to do at this point. But yeah, this is it. This is what's going on. I mean, for starters, we've got, obviously the windshield has been removed. The landing gear looks to be in pretty good shape. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the gear. Obviously, that's to be determined because everything's got to be measured and going to make sure everything's straight. Not much damage on the frame on this side, but I'll show you guys on the other side. There were some rib pieces, and these pieces are fine, but there were some rib pieces that connected here that are no longer there. What else? Tail. So here at the tail, you can see that that's pretty bent up. And then that made me, this stuff needs to be cut off and re-welded. Just needs to be straightened out, and then anything that needs to be redone, that's going to be work. I can show you guys this is the rudder. So this is the bottom part of the rudder where the horn connected, and that is what impacted the ground. You still have the door's all intact, window frames, all that stuff. Got a bunch of other, this is a tail assembly that's all sitting here. They kind of took everything out all in one piece, so we've got the control sticks and the side walls and all the little things. You got the flight instruments here, basic stuff. I have plenty of videos with all this stuff in it, flying and doing great. Got the gas tank, and then all the cowlings are all spread out here. These are the ailerons from, I'm gonna say the right wing, because the left wing, they are not in that good a shape. These are the struts, or not the struts, struts that come off the wings. They're in pretty rough shape, so those need to be replaced. Spars, these are the main wing spars. Got the forward spar and a rear spar. Rear spar is in pretty good condition on the right wing. Front spar is, actually the rear spar, the other section of it is on the back there. I think we had to cut that in half in order to get the wing out. Here are the new wings. New wings are, they need to be gone through. I think the spars have some issues. So that'll be another thing we have to look at. But going back to the airplane, definitely need to fix the tail wheel. Tail wheel's number one thing. Coming up here, this side took most of the impact. So this side took all the impact, or most of it. This is all glue and stuff from the fabric, but one piece that's going to be extremely difficult to deal with is going to be up here. So this is where the main wing attaches, and all the weight and everything from the spar is supported. You got two of them. This is how it's supposed to look like. And then this one here was completely sheared off. So that's going to be something that needs to be addressed. But overall, I'm going to show the accident photos here, or at least where it came to rest. I'll show those photos here in a second. This is the shape that it's in. This is why we haven't made any videos. And I'm going to actually ask them, or I have asked them, and I need to find the stuff to do it, but we're going to put the push to talk buttons actually inside, so it's just pushed down instead of having it on the stick. That should make things a little easier. I cut myself on the edge of that wing over there, so had to stop the video there. Hey, I just saw the seats up there. All right, so here's the pile of crap. This is what's left of both wings. See the windshield here. I don't know if you can actually see it. Stupid spider webs are everywhere. I don't know if you can actually see that that windshield, but it's there against all that crap. That's a major pile of shit. I've got the window over here. I want to say most of the windows are usable, especially on the right-hand side. Right-hand side didn't have as much impact. Propeller's all scratched up, but then you have that. So the damage on that is significant, and it can no longer be used, obviously, but it's got that crack that's starting to go through the propeller. So such a beautiful airplane, and now it is not going to be airworthy for some time. Got the seats. What else can I show you guys? Not a lot, but there's also a lot involved. Looks like they've been out here, working, tearing it apart. Stuff all over the floor. This is just one of those things where it sucks. It sucks that the airplane is no longer in usable condition. There is no estimation of completion. As we get closer, I might be able to give you guys a real estimation of completion. I hope that this gives you guys a little bit of insight on why I haven't been making any YouTube videos. It is what it is, guys. It sucks, but it's part of life sometimes. Hopefully in the next 12 to 16 months, 18 months, something like that, this airplane will be airworthy again. It'll be up and flying. Having that big of a brake for tail wheel, I may have to, I don't know. I may end up having to do refresher courses and get my tail wheel legs back. But if I'm going to be flying all these tricycle gear aircraft, it may impact that. We'll see. Or it might be like riding a bike. So either way, I think it's better safe than sorry, obviously. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap this up, but I am going to kind of mix in some other videos, just memories of this thing when it was up and flying. And Mike Patey and Mark Patey, I don't know if you know those guys, are out of Utah, but his favorite saying is "get back to work," and I think we gotta take a number on that one. So we're gonna get back to work. We're gonna get back to flying. Such a beautiful day out here today. A little windy, but not too bad. All right, guys.
about my car, and she don't care about my money. And that's real good, cause I don't got a lot to spend. But if I did, it wouldn't mean nothing. She likes me for me, not because I look like Tyson Beckford with the charm of Robert Redford oozing out my ears. But what she sees are my faults and indecisions, my insecure conditions.
How's it going? You guys are out of Willows. You guys are out of Willows?
Willows, Marysville.
How you doing? That's cool.
Willows, Marysville, Dixon, Davis, Idaho, Washington, and Oregon.
Okay.
Northern Nevada.
Yeah, I've seen you guys a lot. That's the most exciting part about it, is that it's dangerous, but you know, it's work at the same time, so. All right. Woo.